welcome to my dance studio and video channel film from the heart of Ceredigion, West Wales. My name is Jessica Scarlett Main. I'm a fellow of the British Association and teacher of dancing and a former ICD Imperial Teacher, School Owner and Scholarship nominee. Today we're going to have a look at the New York Quickstep, and this was created by Aldred and Louise Aldred back in 2011. The dance itself is a championship sequence dance and is ideally targeted at seasoned dancers dancing above goal and for competitors alike. So come join me, followers, let's have a look at the dance in more detail, step by step. The dance itself starts in boring hold. We're going to start back on our left foot as the man initiates turn, stepping right foot forward into 1 to 3 of the natural, an overturned spin and turning lock to complete bar 4 of the dance. So here we go, girls. Left foot back, initiate body turn, and 1 to 3 of your natural, slow, quick. We step right foot forward for a pivoting action of the overturned spin, moving down line of dance, using CBM body turn to back line of dance. The man continues turning using body turn as we step left foot back and slightly to the side. We move to a brushing action where we then step right foot diagonally forward, moving between the man's feet, stepping right foot forward. Now the man continues to step back with a shoulder lead and a sway to his right. We move down line of dance. It puts us into a position where it throws us out of the turn, if you will, which creates a crossing action to back centre. So we dance this on quick of the music, quick. We then step left foot side and slightly back before brushing the feet to step right foot to side in promenade, moving diagonal to centre. Now this leads us to the signature part of this dance, and basically what we've got to do is, for the man, he's got to move from promenade to close hold to end on your right side. We dance 2 locks, moving down to centre for a step hop and outside change. Now, depending on how good you do these scatter chasses, which play on the syncopation of the music, it will depend on how far you will travel. So, we're stepping left foot forward, the man's using CBM as we step left foot forward and across to point diagonal to centre. Now, we've got a hopping action there before stepping right foot forward and side to the side to step in between his feet for the second step hop, which then leads into those 2 locks, dance quick hand, moving down to centre. Quick hand. He dances 1 more backward walk as we follow, stepping forward for another step hop, and that foot is now in flight before stepping right foot forward for the outside change, which will be the only point I will actually lower, moving down to centre, using CBM step 2 and finishing right foot to side and side back. Now that's going to lead into the fishtail with no turn. And basically the man's going to take the energy of what's just been danced and check the movements here. We're stepping left foot back in CBMP underneath the body, girls. It's a toe step, but it compresses the movement. And by you compressing the movement, it gives me the energy to step across the body on the quick, which you have sway, and then you may dance additional sway. I've seen dance by some to dance the lock step out of the fishtail before the man steps outside corner for the next natural into the second spin. So it's using CBM body turn, he's stepping forward in CBMP outside partner, and we dance into the next natural, the base of the dance. Now, we're going to step right foot forward and finish this spin moving diagonal to centre in promenade. It's a nice touch. I've never used it until I've actually done this dance sequence. So we're stepping right foot forward for a pivoting action using CBM to back diagonal to centre. We step left foot back and side to the side. As the man uses CBM, it allows us to brush the feet before we both step in promenade, lady stepping to side to complete that figure. Now that leads us into one more and a quick open. So the lady dances left foot forward and across in promenade as the man steps within promenade. He leads us into what feels like a promenade movement but ends as a backward step, and we dance 2 steps hanging partner outside for the quick open. The man steps right foot back, toe turned as we follow down line of dance, stepping right foot forward and slightly rightwards in promenade. He step left foot to side forwards. It's took us to a high point. We can press the movement into an oversway. We've got a full bar, which isn't a long time in sequence terms in Quickstep. Now we dance a type of drag where we arch the back and keep our heads to left, lifting onto both toes of both feet before stepping right foot to side and side back before the man steps into the next sequence, stepping right foot forward outside partner with CBM, and we're back into the overturned spin, turning lock to right, and so on. If you like these walkthroughs and are proving complimentary to you working with your current teacher, why not hit those like, subscribe and notification bells. I have many videos, over 100 plus in fact, that you can access right now, so please feel free to view the catalogue. What's this dance called? This is called the New York Quickstep. Which setting do we see it? Well, it's used in competitions, sequence competitions especially, and is targeted at seasoned dancers above gold. There's nothing difficult within this dance, only things that will need practice, and that's how I look at dancing anyway. How do we start? We start in ballroom hold, backing diagonal to wall. We're starting on your left, the man's right, which is very unusual. We initiate body turn, CBM, to dance 1 to 3 of a natural to an overturned spin. And slow, quick. We step right foot forward, pivoting action for the overturned spin, CBM. We step left foot back as the man continues turning, and we step left foot back and slightly to the side. It allows us to do a brushing action before stepping right foot diagonally forward between the man's feet, moving down line of dance. He continues dancing right foot back, right side lead, which takes us into a deep step, but it throws us out of the turn a little bit, and we have to mirror that by dancing a crossing action because he's using sway to his right or left. So you follow, girls. We step left foot to side and side back, brushing the feet to step right foot to side in promenade, moving diagonal to centre. So that leads us to the signature part of this dance. the syncopations within the scatters that we're going to do. So I've already indicated to you, after you've stepped in promenade, we don't lower, we stay on the balls of the feet to do those skip and hop actions. I only lower when I actually step right foot forward, partner outside into the outside change. So here we go then, girls. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7, and down. CBM, stepping right foot to side and slightly back. You can see how close and how far I've travelled. And we step left foot back in CBMP, where the man steps outside partner into a fishtail without turn. So we're down to checking action. It compresses the movement. We step across and we go to up cross step to finish. We step left foot back as the man steps right foot forward in CBMP and CBM outside partner, and we're into our next natural turn. We step right foot forward for a pivoting action to back diagonal to centre, as he's going to lead us out of this spin to promenade. So we're dancing CBM, down, line of dance. We step left foot back and slightly to the side, brushing the feet as the man takes us into a brushing action, and we step right foot to side in promenade. We dance one walk, stepping forward and across in CBMP and promenade. It indicates that we're turning here, and we mirror that, taking a step originally forward, which ends back before we dance into a quick open reverse, stepping outside partner. Now, he steps back, right foot back toe turns, we step left foot forward, down line of dance with him, and we step right foot forward and slightly rightards in promenade to down to compression into an overswing. We recover this movement, which it feels like a type of drag where we lift onto toes of both feet. We centralise momentarily and step right foot to side and side back before he initiates the next sequence of this dance, stepping outside partner in CBMP with CBM into the next natural overturned spin. Well, I've had a lot of fun dancing this particular dance. Thank you for joining me. I do hope that it will create more interest in this particular dance, so that we can see more in competition. Well, you know what I'm going to say. My name is Jessica Scarlett May. Thank you for joining me here in West Wales. Put your best foot forward, see me soon, and most importantly, keep dancing. Thank you very much, and bye-bye for now.